Hey everyone, welcome to Encore, and today I'm going to give you guys my review on the Z palettes.
Hey everyone, it's Corin, and you're watching EnKoreMakeup. Blend, blend, blend.
Hi, Corin, stop using my lipstick.
Hey everyone, welcome back. So Z palettes are makeup palettes that are designed for refillable pans, okay? And this is actually the original one I received, and it's actually designed by another great makeup artist based in Hollywood, California, and her name is Zena. That's why it's called Z palette. And Zena and I shared the same frustration because we own a lot of eyeshadows and blushes that are in palettes, much like this, alright? And I'm sure many of you guys own palettes just like this, wherein it's hardcover and it's solid. Now, this is a palette that I even labeled. I had a video on how to label them, but I still find myself, just kind of like looking at a picture, but still wanted to see what the powders or the colors look like, so I end up opening it still just to see the colors. And if you have a lot of these palettes, which I do, I have 22 palettes of just eyeshadows alone, the refill palettes, and then probably another, gosh, maybe 12 or 14 of the blushes. It's crazy because you really can't find what you're looking for, and I really wish that it would have a clear cover. And like I said, even when I label them, much like this, I still end up, looking inside just to see the colors. So I got excited when Zena told me that she created palettes called the Z palettes, and it's got a clear cover, okay? It's got plexiglass, alright? And it comes in a large size, just like this, and it also came with a kind of like a quad, but it actually fit more than that. It actually fit maybe 5 or 6. Okay, and she sent these to me about, oh my gosh, 2-3 months ago. And I love the concept. I like the product itself. It's really kind of like something that I'm looking for that will help me. But at the time, I thought the magnet, alright, this magnet right here, was kind of weak, alright, and it wasn't holding most of the pans that I have. And also the closure magnet that's located kind of like right here on the lip and right here was kind of pretty weak as well. So ever since, Zena has improved that part, okay, and she came up with a new palette. It looks exactly the same, alright, and it's got a better magnet and also a better magnet closure right here. So it's actually giving a little bit of tension, which I can tell that it's definitely improved. Alright, and also, this one I filled with colors already, and of course you can fill it with the regular standard pans, or you can do blushes as well, and they don't fall off anymore. None of them does, okay? And so I said, wow, yay, so much improved. A couple of things I'm going to tell you guys. The palettes are not plastic. They're actually kind of like a cardboard paper. Alright, so that's kind of green as well, because it's paper. Now the disadvantage to that, of course, is that you can't set this like right next to your sink in the bathroom or something, because you don't want it to get wet. Alright, that's one thing that's a disadvantage. Another advantage, though, is that it makes it lightweight. It's very, very light, so it's really, really good, because that adds to the weight of the palette. And sometimes when you get the plastic palettes like this with the magnet and stuff inside, it adds weight. So this makes it lightweight. Another thing that I also do is that I do a drop test, wherein you just simply drop it in the floor, okay? And because it's paper, it didn't get damaged, okay? And that's one thing that I'm scared to do on either plastic or kind of like a more solid material, is that when I drop it on the floor, that it's going to shatter or crack or whatever. So that's one thing that's great, because I dropped it in a tile floor, wood floor, carpet, because us makeup artists, we drop things constantly. You know, it could be just like, you know, you set it on top of something and it slides off and there it goes on the floor. Now, unfortunately, the powders are a different story. So don't blame the palette for the powders, because the powders, you know, once it's filled, you know, the powders have their own mind per se. They can crack, they can shatter, whatever. But speaking of just the palette alone, it did survive that many times because of the material used. Now, like I said, it's been improvised since, so, which is great because this can tumble around your kit and stuff and it's not going to get rearranged because the magnet is really, really so much better. Now, you can, of course, fill it with whatever pans you have. And for makeup artists, guys, this is great also to just get a couple of. I'm not telling you guys to completely like replace all your palettes with this, but it's just great to maybe have one or two and then you can condense. Say you have a lot of palettes of colors, but you're just going to do a bridal gig and you just need a few of the bridal colors, then you can just pick that from your palettes and then put them in here, you know, so that you only have what you need. All right. And but how about for those of you guys who are just end users, just regular makeup users? The palettes also are now available in two other colors, a pink and a zebra stripe. These are so cute. Alright, and for a regular end user, how about creating just a palette of everything you're going to need, and all you need to do is throw this in your purse. Alright, and then you can create, you know, pretty much whatever you want. You have your concealer, you have your foundation, maybe a contouring cream, then you have blush, you know, your blush highlighter, regular blush color, and then you have your bronzer and your face powder, and then you have a quad of eyeshadow that you're going to use, maybe a brow powder, okay, and then you have your lipstick and lip gloss. All right, so you have your full kit right in the small palette, and you can just throw that in your purse so that you can use it for a touch-up throughout the course of a day. So it's great to just bring this to school or to work, and you have it in one palette. This is a great gift ideas for those of you guys who are just beginning with or starting with makeup. Just have a starter kit with everything in it, all right, in a palette. So that's really cool. With the holidays coming, pretty much any occasion, birthday, graduation, there's so many reasons to give somebody something nice. So that's really, really good. Now, as far as for those of you guys who have different, you know, kind of eyeshadows and different pans and stuff like that, and you want to depot them, you can definitely take advantage of this because you can have, you know, rectangular pans, you have square pans, you have the standard circles, you have the small circles right here, and then you have these kind of like duos, you know, these are either like L'Oreal Hip, you know how it's like half and half, it's like half moon shape, or the Stilla's, duos. So that's going to be great in there. If you have heart shape, oblong, just all kinds of shapes and stuff. And it's definitely going to hold it. It doesn't matter what shape it is, alright? So that's really, really cool. Now, as far as price is concerned, it's definitely an investment. I would say it's moderate, but on the high end. It's $20 for these palettes. But the website offers all kinds of deals and discounts and promo codes and stuff like that. So you're just going to have to keep an eye on those. From professional makeup artists, I think it's a great investment. It's a great price. If you're just looking to get a couple of them and then build from that, you know, for regular just makeup wearers, it's probably great to just have one. And like I said, you can just do a, you know, kind of like a small kit like this one, you know, wherein you can just carry that with you. But all in all, I love them. I personally like them. $20 not bad, but if I'm going to replace all 22 of my eyeshadow palettes or 12 or 14 of my blushes, it's going to be costly. It's going to be quite an expensive investment, but it could be worth it too, because now, you know, I don't have to keep opening my palettes just to see the colors inside, because I can just see it from the outside now, even if I stack them. So that's my review on those. So all in all, I think it's great. You know, like I said, there are pros and cons, but you expect that. I'm quite happy with the way it's been changed since the original one. And I can still use these. You know, it's not that bad, but you know, if it's something that that I'm just going to store, maybe you know a few colors, then you know I can still use these. But of course, you know it's great that now it's improved. So you're going to get the newer one with the stronger magnets. So that's all there is I'm going to talk about with the Z palettes. Definitely look into it if you want to check it out. I'm going to put some links right in the more info section of this video, so make sure to click on that. And thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, I'll see you guys soon. Bye.